Hey everyone, hope you're all having a nice day. Today I'm going to cover my swing trading strategy for options and how I go about trading on a monthly basis. Before I get further into the video, make sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe, and also hit the bell notifications. I show real profit and loss on all my trades. I don't sell anything, no courses, no Discord, nothing like that. So, in a YouTube world full of scammers and people who are just looking to make a quick buck off of your uh, what should I say, inexperience in the trading world. Um, I am trying to bring a different light to the YouTube arena. So let's get right into it. So I kind of listed my strategy word for word. So the way I trade is I pick stocks that do seasonally well for a specific month, just in that monthly period. So I put on a trade at the beginning of the month and sell it at the end of the month. Okay. And I look for a particular equity for a particular month that tends to do well. So today I'm going to use AMD as an example. If you haven't seen this trade already, this was a real trade that I took on a couple months back, or a month back, and I profited off of. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I do is I pick a stock that is seasonally strong. So what do I mean by that? So to find the stock that's seasonally strong, well, I made another video on how to look up a list of stocks, but once you find a stock that you're interested in, I usually come to this site called stockcharts.com. It's completely free. You don't need an account. I'm not sponsored by them. Okay. And you go to this charts and tools tab, and you come down here to seasonality. Once you're down here, you type in the stock that you're interested in. So let's pretend that today is October 31st, and I want to put on a trade and hold it through the entire month of November. So I'm going to type in AMD, since I know AMD is seasonally strong during November. Okay, so this is AMD, and what I'm going to do is, this is looking at the past 5 years of AMD for each month. So what I do is I take this little slider and I pull it all the way back as far as I can, which is 20 years. Okay. I can't pull it back any further. Stockcharts.com doesn't allow that. And you could see right away, over the past 20 years, AMD goes up in the month of November 70% of the time. That's a great statistical edge, in my opinion. Now, you can go for even higher, like 80% or 90%, but what I've found in my research is 70% is, 70% or higher is a good rule of thumb. So let's say I want to put on a trade for this. How am I going to go and execute and tackle this statistic, especially using options? Okay, because options are a whole different animal with theta and implied volatility and so on. So this is how I go about my trade plan. So I'm going to enter this stock on the 31st of October, and I'm going to plan on selling it on the 30th of November. Now, I'm putting on this position and holding it no matter what it does for the next 30 days. So it's very important to manage your risk correctly before you even put on the trade. All right, so only put what you're willing to lose into this trade. So if you're willing to lose $500, then you should have no problem with putting $500 into an options trade and letting it ride for the entire month. All right, that's just an example. So let's go get right into it. So I'm going to go to Thinkorswim and use a backtesting platform to simulate the trade. So I'm going to like the last 5 minutes of the day here on October 31st, 2023. And I'm going to go ahead and follow my plan. So what I do is I select the 45 days till expiration, DTE, or higher. So in this case, we have 45 DTE right here. Right? If this was like 44 or 43 DTE, I would go to the next option contract. But in this case, we have 45 DTE right on the button. I'm going to select that. Okay. And then I'm going to pick the strike that is 45 delta, or the strike closest to 45 delta. So you can see here we have 40 delta, right? This is the delta column. 40 delta, 51 delta, 63 delta. So the closest strike that's closest to 45 is 40 delta, and then there's 51. Well, I'm going to go with the 40. And then here, I'm going to just buy the contract and enter it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward, okay, to the last day of November. Click go. This is just a backtesting software. This is a simulated trade. If you want to see the actual trade, I have the videos. I have multiple videos on my AMD trade explaining it and going through it and actually closing out the trade live. All right, I'm going to expand this strike range to all. And you can see my options contract is deep in the money now, and it's up 268%. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and sell it. And there you go. So that's basically, it's a very simple strategy. You're picking a stock that's seasonally strong for the month. You're selecting the 45 DTE or higher. You're selecting the 45 delta strike, or whichever strike is closest to 45 delta. And then you're going to enter the trade on the last day of the month. So in this case, it was October 31st. And then I'm going to exit the trade on the last day of the month, November 30th. All right, so I'm holding the trade for the entire month of November. And that's it. And you profit. Now, this doesn't mean this isn't a bulletproof strategy. There are going to be months where you use this strategy and you use seasonality, right? There's a reason why this only goes up 70% of the time. There's a 30% chance that you lose money on this, technically. So, you know, it's not bulletproof, it's not foolproof. But you can see here, if I fast forward the chart, AMD for the month of November did pretty well. Keep going here and boom. So you can see AMD did well on the option. I made 270% on that option. Well, I sold it now, but 270% after the price went up 23%. So the underlying AMD, the stock price went up 23% over the month of November, which translates to a roughly 270% gain on the options contract that I selected. And that's it. So it's a really easy, profitable, in my opinion, profitable strategy that I've back tested, and it does work. And the trick is to find the best stock for each month going forward and using this trade template, this trade plan. Okay, so you could take this entire plan that I've written out in notes and apply it to a different stock, even a futures or commodity if you're even looking at other types of financial instruments. I specifically use options to trade. I find options the best in my opinion, but if you want to do this with shares, you can. And of course, you can do this with puts. I buy calls, but you can do this with puts. Puts are a little bit more, you have to be a little more careful with puts because the market tends to trend up over time. That's why I stick to the calls, because I just want to go with the market trend. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So, you know, I want to spread this strategy out into the public and let you guys know, because I hate to see a lot of scammers and frauds out there on YouTube who would probably steal this strategy as well and sell it to you guys. But here I am selling it, not even selling it, but giving it away for free and showing you guys. I mean, it's nothing really groundbreaking, but it's such a simple strategy that doesn't even use technical analysis. It's using really more so fundamental and seasonal analysis, which I think is better than technical analysis, but technical analysis has its plus sides as well. But yeah, I want to spread this information for free, give it out there. So yeah, but again, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and hit the subscribe button. I post all my trades for free here on my YouTube channel. I don't have a paid Discord group. I don't have a course to sell, nor do I plan on ever selling anything like that in the future. So everything that you see on YouTube is real profit and loss, real strategies. I do a bunch of live streams. I try to stay consistent with the live streams. So yeah, if you have any questions, please leave a comment. I always try to respond to everyone's comments. And yeah, other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please have a nice day, and thank you for giving me your time. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. See you later.